So the Promised Neverland anime is finally here, the adaptation that we've all been looking for. It's a series that I've been just so intrigued about since its very creation, to be honest. I remember reading the first chapter a couple of years ago now, and just thoroughly enjoying it, and just, it felt fresh. It felt like something different, and that was just nice to see in Jump. And finally, the anime series is here. I know what happens in this first episode. I actually believe I know how the episode's going to end, but I'm really excited to see how Cloverworks kind of puts everything together in terms of the soundtrack, in terms of the animation, in terms of the voice acting. Like, I'm excited to see that part. Beyond the first chapter, I don't know what happens. I have no clue. I have not read anything past the first chapter, so I still am kind of not in the know when it comes to Promised Neverland. Again, I've only read the first chapter, and again, very much enjoyed it, so I'm already expecting this episode to be very, very good, just because of the source material alone. But with that being said, I think it's time we jump into the first episode of The Promised Neverland. Man, this is good already. That's such a good shot. I have not seen this opening yet either. I completely Yo! Let's go! This is hype. Overworld coming through. Man, this is a really cool... Wow, this animation! Oh my god. Just helping everyone put their shoes on. Man, the character designs are fantastic. Really, really love them. It's making me miss Hunter x Hunter hearing his voice. Really good direction. I love how the direction is kind of showing us things that we should be questioning. That's cool. This is super feel good. Like, good vibes. Good vibes. That's a good OST coming in right there. And that's some good direction coming in there. Man, that looks fantastic. Perfect scores, yo. God, this is pleasant. This is so pleasant. Done. You're done. Yo, that was cool. Awesome. Man, this direction, are you serious? She's leaving, guys. She forgot her rabbit. Oh man, what a shot. Oh man, Cloverworks, what a shot. Oh man. Ouch. That hurts. That's bad. That's really bad. Yo. Man, this animation is so good. No. Man, that looks so cool. They're really conveying the weight of this, man. Wow, man, this soundtrack. What an ending. That was cool. That was cool. So, that episode was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that. I thought it was genius. I thought it was just really, really, just very well done. Just very well done. And in terms of direction, in terms of animation, soundtrack, voice acting, just everything working together there. The gears are in motion right now. Everything is moving in a brisk and timely manner. And that's just impressive on Cloverworks' behalf. I mean, I really like the idea of, you know, so much being conveyed to us. You know, we see this camaraderie between the siblings. We see sort of how this foster home works. Or actually, we don't really see how this foster home works, but we kind of understand with what little was conveyed. And that's just impressive. And I think that has to go to the mangaka, of course. But man, I really love that. I kind of wish that we got a little bit more into the testing. I think, if I recall correctly, they talked a little bit more about that in the manga when they were, you know, doing the weird pen thing. Like, what is that exactly? What are we doing there? I kind of wish that we saw more of that. Also, the marks on their neck, I kind of wish that they would acknowledge. I'm sure we're going to get into that, of course, and I think that that's like has something to do with that testing as well. Again, it's been a while since I've read that first chapter. Kind of wish we dipped into that just a little bit. Just a little bit. I know we're supposed to have this big mystery about this world, but again, I feel like the important things are known, and that is camaraderie, that is this sort of foster home, and that is a lie. A dark, dark lie that carries a weight so heavy for Emma and Norman that, man, just, again, expertly done. Speaking of expertly done, again, I mentioned that scene specifically, but the direction throughout this episode was just incredible. The stuff when they were playing tag, having the stopwatch in the background of Norman as he was like jumping on these logs and things of that sort, just, man, that was cool. That's something that you would see in a manga, and it was just, again, seamless and felt really, really nice. I like how brisk that scene worked, and I like how the direction conveyed that. Also, again, we'll go back to the Connie scene when she's being dropped into that tank, and I mean, just the reaction to that alone. Seeing them under that truck, just losing their minds and not being able to shout, not being able to scream, knowing that they're dead otherwise. The animation, the facial expressions there, man, that's good. That is so good. And I think that that's kind of what carried that scene. I think that just their reactions and their emotions there, and of course having Emma just break down in that field, man, that is just so good. I really, really love that scene. I really, really love what it means to our characters. I think that's, I mean, like, the scene itself is it's nothing we've never seen before. I mean, in terms of what's going on in the context of the story, of course, we've never seen, but, like, it's monsters. We get that, but they don't. They don't understand this, and I love that. I love that we're kind of viewing this series and viewing this mystery as they are. We don't know anything that they don't. We're in this mystery as well. We are right there with them. I don't know the rules to this world. I don't know where they are. Is there an outside world? What is going on here? Like, I like that that's all conveyed here. The mystery is all solidified, and we still just, we're left with wanting more. And especially the end of the episode too, her just holding that bunny, like, man, that was powerful. I'm not sure if that was in the manga or not. Again, I can't quite remember. It might have been. It might have been. I'll have to do some research for sure. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know what's happening next. And that's also really, really cool. And that's also really, really fun. I loved it. I really loved this episode. There's so much to love here. And there's so much to talk about as well. I mean, just Ray and Norman and Emma as characters were so fun to watch because they're all so different. They feel also... So they're all special in their own ways, but all different in their own ways as well. Emma was very, very likable right from the get-go. Norman as well. Norman he's best boy. He's best boy material for sure, and I really like how he was kind of Emma's rock in this episode. You know, he was like, we can do this, we can get out of here. He's trying to stay calm, and Emma, of course, is losing her mind, rightfully so, losing her mind. And I love how Ray doesn't know about any of this yet. I think that was a really interesting choice. Like, they didn't just go straight back to the foster home and be like, Ray, this is what happened. We gotta figure this out. Like, Ray doesn't have a clue yet. I think he obviously picked up on something being wrong, but he has no clue what's going on here, and that's really cool. I really like, I mean, like, obviously he's going to eventually know. I think a lot of the foster kids will eventually know, but I like how we start off with just the two knowing of this lie. This horrible lie that was told to all of them, and man, I think it's so fresh. I think it's so very fresh. It's something that we as viewers have not seen much of. I mean, even just the key art alone looks different from everything else that's premiering right now, and that's also nice. I think that in terms of the technical side of things, in terms of direction and animation and soundtrack, just everything like that, the opening is so good. It is so good. Just in terms of all that stuff, this was like a 9 out of 10 episode. But then when you have just the weight and the vibes and just there's magic here. There's something magical happening here, and I think that is what is important. That is what you should keep your eyes on, and that is why you should keep watching, because there's something special happening, and we can't see it. It's not visible, but it's just the vibes and just everything working together. It's really, really nice, and I'm really, really happy that this series is getting some love. You know, getting an anime series is a big deal, and having read a little bit of the manga first and seeing this being done and seeing the fans react to it, it's a special thing. It kind of reminds me of like the old days when I mean, this year alone, I mean, we're getting so many, I'm thinking like Naruto and stuff, but this year alone we're getting so many adaptations of beloved shonen series, and that's really, really cool. It's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be an anime fan. Comment down below. Give me your thoughts on this week's episode, the first episode of the Promised Neverland. Have you read the manga? Have you not? Were you genuinely surprised? I'd love to hear your reactions to the big reveal at the end. Those monsters, my god. Cloverworks with the animation there was, I mean, we've seen monsters in anime before, but these things look disgusting. These things are just so frightening looking and so cool looking too, and that's awesome. That is really, really cool. Let me know what you think of that. Did that catch you off guard? And also, do you feel the magic? Do you feel those vibes as much as I do? Because that's something special as well. I think that's worth talking about, of course. Anyway, comment down below. Give me your thoughts on all things The Promised Neverland. Hit the like button if you enjoyed anything that I had to talk about today. And you can also subscribe for more content like this. Mob Psycho, I'm covering that series now. I guess I'm covering this series. I might have a Shield Hero video coming out as well. There's lots of good anime. Also, games. Games are good too. I plan on talking about some games as well. This has just been a good time. I love this year so far. Like, I think that we've gotten a lot already, and it's just like, it's almost overwhelming at this point, and it's just, I don't know, subscribe for more anime content. I guess that's my long-winded way of saying that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.